because I need you to know there's money all around you. We just get stuck in what we're doing. And this time, in this moment, we were talking about it earlier. Zena and I were on a call with Kathy Kidd and Mariko, and Zena was like, you just like turned and pivoted, right? Well, we had to turn and pivot. Like business shut down. My business shut down, right? How many of you felt like the rug was kind of pulled out from under you? So when I look at business, and when I really look at the state of business, there's 30.2 million businesses in the country today. 80% of small businesses fail in the first 5 years. 40%, I will say, are owned by women. That is huge. So I want to acknowledge my powerhouse women. Love our men. Love our men. Love the men that support us. 1 in 12 will close every year. 20% of business owners don't pay themselves a proper paycheck, meaning you could go to get a job and make more than you make as an entrepreneur, and that does not make any sense for me. So my commitment, my passion is, how do I have you make the money you earn, make the money you deserve? Just put that in the chat. I deserve to make the money. I deserve to make the money. 88% of small businesses are doing less than $100,000 a year. 5% are doing $100,000 to $250,000. 2% are doing $250,000 to $499,000 or $500,000. 1.7 are grossing $1 million. Who wants to be in the $1 million club? I need you all to be in the $1 million club, right? We want to be in the $1 million club. We want to be in that 1%. That 1%, I have to get you there first. Get you to the 1%. Then we're going to talk about making $1 million, because this is saying they're grossing $1 million, not making $1 million. So when I look at what are we spending our time in, right, I want you to look at what are ways that you can create income, right? As entrepreneurs, we're all pivoting right now. Yes. We're all shifting right now. Yes. Yes. Jennifer, I see you, right? Just me and Jennifer. Thank you, Charlotte, playing with me. Zena, thank you. So the first way is speaking and leveraging speaking, being on podcasts, being on interviews, being anywhere that your ideal client is. Doing it for free. If you do it for free, then we can get a fee, right? Doing one-to-many. This is a one-to-many model, right? Is putting your content out there for free. I'm putting the content out here for free to get people to come in. That's that try before you buy. Let me tip my toe in there to see if I like this tribe, like this community. Because y'all, they're not just buying me, they're buying you too. They're buying Esther, they're buying Charlotte, they're buying Zena, they're buying Dr. Coffee. They're buying all of us because their tribe is your vibe. We want to see that I belong here. These are my people. Yes. Right. It's kind of like being on a desert island and you finally find your people, isn't it? Like, I'm like, oh, I found my people. Like they get me. I'm not the only cuckoo one. Right? We all cuckoos get to stay together. Yes, Julia. So I want you to look at where can you play. Right? And when I look at that, the easiest, fastest way is to host your own event, especially right now, right? Speaking, put this in the chat, is lead generation. Speaking is lead generation. That's all it is. People get so caught up in, oh, I got to get paid to speak. Who cares? It's all about creating those leads, right? It's about exposure. My expectation when you speak is that my expectation is you close 25%. 25% of your audience, your room. I need you to put that in a goal on your forehead, on your whiteboard, wherever it is, because I need you to be closing 25%. That's the goal. The average speaker closes less than 10%. Well, I don't know, but my teacher told me this. Average, the definition of average, Sandra, is the best of the worst. I don't know about you, but there's nothing about me that's average. I am not the best of the worst. I'm like, dang, I love it. Talk straight, damn it. Right? I want you to measure every event so you can see your effectiveness. Right? Esther talked about it yesterday. We measure, quantify everything in her business because we want to see the baby steps and we want to see the big steps. Right? That's why we start with the GLP slide so you can see where people started in their business and where they are today, because it's those little things that make profit happen. It's those little things, right? I want you to have brand alignment. Brand alignment is when I launched this company, this division, my brand alignment was Lisa Nichols, that I had 1 year of brand alignment with her. That 1 year really catapulted me, and I leveraged that year. So who can you align your brand with? This Stephen and Sanjay are aligning their brand with me. Esther aligning their brand with me. Lee aligning their brand with me. Like, how can I play? Jennifer aligning their brand with me to go, my tribe is probably her tribe. Work in complement, not competition with each other. Right? The third thing we can do to generate some fast cash is, y'all know you need to raise your prices. I know you're scared because it's the COVID, right, Jennifer? I'm scared, it's the COVID. No, I'm paying for your expertise. I'm not paying for your time, Charlotte. I'm paying for your expertise. I'm not paying for your time. So I want you to look at your pricing, and is my pricing set up right? Your pricing has to be set up based on your company overhead, your financial goals and strategy, your intentions. Yes? When the demand is greater than the supply, you raise your prices. When the demand, write that down, put that in the chat. When the demand is greater than the supply, you raise your prices. Now, Dr. Viola, wave your hand, Dr. V. Dr. Viola is a full-time nurse, so her fees are higher in her consulting business because she doesn't have a lot of time. So I want to leverage that to go, she's an expert at being, I love that. She's a doctor, right? I want all my friends to be doctors because I'm my PhD. I don't know if y'all know that. I've worked really hard for that. That's my public high school diploma. I'm just saying. So when my girl, like Dr. Coffee, right? Dr. Viola, I just get proud. I'm proud for you. It's like I achieved it. I'm like, oh, Dr. Viola, she just got her doctor's degree. So give her a big round of applause, right? So exciting. So we want to set our pricing on our base price and what we need to create inside of our business. The fourth way that we're going to generate revenue is group coaching or group programs or group something, right? Sell something as a group. I was thinking about you, Jennifer, when I put this together, because I'm like, well, Jennifer does social media. Phenomenal, kick-ass social media. If you need social media, just hit Jennifer up. She owns Rockstar Marketing. I'm like, well, she's going to say, I can't do that. And I'm like, no, there's a group of people that want to learn from her that may not have her fee money, but let me just, because we're just making this up. Let me see by a show of hands. If Jennifer put something together where she hand-holded you through putting your social media calendar for the year, would you want to play at a low-cost price? Okay, I just need you to look at all the hands, Jennifer. So you're already building the strategy. Just teach us how to do the strategy. We'll do it on our own because we have more time than money. You don't have time, so let's make some more money. Can you see how that works? You guys, it's like you got to make it up. Say, I need to make it up. I'm making business too hard. Say, Lynn, I'm making business hard. I see you. You're making business too hard. To go, oh. So I want you to look at what's that thing that people love that you do. And maybe you've heard it over and over. I can't afford that. I can't afford that. How many of you have heard that? I can't afford that. I can't afford that. Great. Well, let's do it in some kind of group so they can afford it, right? That takes, if I'm doing one, we'll have 100 people on this call. We had 400 people sign up, right? I think we have 600 people as of today signed up. I can't talk to 600 people at one time. Does that make sense? I mean, individually, does that make sense? But I can do it now. And look, don't get caught up. I used to get so upset because people didn't come. They didn't come to my Facebook Live. How many of you are like me? They don't like me. They didn't come. They didn't show up. They don't come to that. They come to the replay. Even this, we have more views on replay than we do come live. So let's quantify the stats so you don't feel like a big old loser, right? And feel like they don't like me. They love you. Say they love me. Put that in the chat. They love me. They love me. And you know what? If they don't love you, Walker, who cares? We don't like them either, right? Who cares? Next. So I want you to look at, there's masterminds that you can create with the genius that you already have. You've just been sitting on a gold mine. Say, I'm sitting on a gold mine. I want to hear, let's say it. I'm sitting on a gold mine. I'm sitting on a gold mine. Sitting on a gold mine. That's right. I'm sitting on a gold mine. So number 5 is VIP days. So some people want information given to them in a burst of energy. I'm going to sit down with someone and I want them to pour it all into me, give it all to me at once, and then let me go implement. Some people need to be spoon-fed. So you want to look at which way does your clients want to learn? How can I turn something into a VIP day, right? Again, if I look at, I'm just using Jennifer's business because I was just thinking about, because I could hear her say she owns an agency. That won't work for me. right? So how many of you go, oh, that doesn't work for me. That's not like my business. Anybody? Yes, just me and Jennifer. I'm just talking to Jennifer. Okay, Jennifer, here's your coaching call, right? So looking at how can we do frequent buyer clubs? How can we do some kind of rewards club? How can we earn points? So when we look at building our company, we have A customers. So A customers are like my global leadership clients, my executive coaching clients. So if I look at price-wise, my executive coaching clients are A customers. My B customers are global leadership. Our C customers are our business bootcamp. Now, Esther, I want you to unmute yourself. What did I do for my A customers? What was my reward that I gave you last month for being an A customer that I sent you?
I received a wonderful gift from the steak company, Omaha Steak, with all these wonderful steaks and hamburgers and desserts. It was great. It was such a surprise. Yeah, it was great.
And in the box, I said, we're sequestered at home. So
yeah.
let have dinner on me. There was a box. Oh no, Delaware wouldn't let me send the wine. Sorry, other states got wine. You didn't get wine, but Delaware doesn't let you send wine. So most people got a bottle of wine plus a dessert. I said, have dinner on me, but make Jonathan cook for you.
Yeah, it was really sweet. It was really sweet.
To go, how can you solidify that customer? What things can you do? Right now, that was just a give, but I'm looking at my A customers, especially in this time. Now, it doesn't have to be that elaborate or doesn't have to be that. It can be something else, right? I'm going to take this, this background off because I want to show you. Right, let's look at, so we have influencers and we have mini influencers. So this is our influencer box, right? So this goes out to our major influencers that are going to talk about our book. It's got a hat and it says, Power Your Profits, or it says, Wealth is Your Birthright. It's got a water bottle that says, Wealth is Your Birthright. It's got a copy of the book. It's got a USB thumb drive that says, Wealth is Your Birthright. It has an intention card. So my clients that are mini influencers, that means they're people that have a following, have a list, are getting a prize box too. So these are for our major influencers, for people that have 500,000 people on their list. And then we have our mini influencers that would be like an Esther, that would be a Stephen Sanjay, that would be like people that have that tribe that are willing, that would be a Kathy Kidd, you know, a Yet and Ken going, my coach Susie Carder, and they got the little hat on, you need to buy her book. Can you see how the little things can make a difference? I don't want to smash my hair. How many of you would love my little hat? I got a contest for that. I got a contest that you could win the hat. Megan's going to share a little contest later. Because aren't they so fun? Now, and then Stephen, on your behalf, Dan said, could you make some for the dudes? Because I'm not wearing bling. I'm like, all right, you're no fun, but okay. So a hat's coming, Steve, with no bling. So what can you do to do those added value things? You can give time away. You can give product away. You can give ad specialties away so that people remember you. These kind of things anchor clients to you. Right? Have you ever had stuff like that where you're like, oh, Letty gave me this. So Letty she does my grants and my government contract. It's just a little angel. She gave it to me and gave me a little prayer with it. It just sits on my desk and every day I think of Letty, right? Sidoria gave me this. Apparently when you get it in the Army, when you're like, you do really big things, right? And so she gave one to myself, honoring me for being a leader with her, you know, pouring into her. It sits on my desk. Now, I don't know, maybe it costs $2, but it sits on my desk and has been sitting there for 3 years. And I think of Sidoria. So what can you do to have your clients remember who you are and keep you in that conversation and keep you top of mind? Little things make a huge difference. Juicy? Yes? So I want you to think about, what are you going to do that's different, right? I want to look at leveraging your community, brand alignment. Now, I want you to be picky in your brand alignment. Don't just go after everyone. Go, who represents me and my tribe, right? Gabrielle Bernstein, if those of you know her, she aligned with Marianne Williamson and it skyrocketed her business, right? Because she was really strategic in who she chose. Justin Bieber when he was a little dude, right? Aligned with Usher. How big is Justin Bieber now? Because he aligned with him and he sat at his feet. Zig Ziglar, Jim Marone sat at Zig Ziglar's shoes, and Zig Ziglar referred a ton of business because they were in relationship, right? And Susie Carder aligned with Lisa Nichols. I was her coach for 20 years, helped grow her business at that strategic alignment. And in that 20 years, we reinvented our relationship. So I want you to look at, say, there's money all around me, put that in the chat box. There's money all around me. So there's money all around me, put it in the chat box because I need you to know there's money all around you. We just get stuck in what we're doing. And this time, in this moment, we were talking about it earlier. Zena and I were on a call with Kathy Kidd and Mariko, and Zena was like, you just like turned and pivoted, right? Well, we had to turn and pivot. Like business shut down. My business shut down, right? How many of you felt like the rug was kind of pulled out from under you, right? It was like, woo. Now, it got pulled out, but man, I have built a red carpet rug, right? I have built so much in this since whenever we shut down in April, February. I don't even know when it was. Look, I've just been going. I've just been going, right? Making it happen. So where can you create that tribe and that community that sings to you, right? That is the space that you want to be inside of so that you can really look at leveraging the game. Put that in the chat. I need to leverage my game. I need to leverage my game. I need to leverage my game. What I love about what Lisa and I would do, we would go into any city, anywhere, and we would create events and relationships. So if we were going to New York, we started dialing for dollars. Put that in the chat, dial for dollars. We didn't just go to New York and leave. We went, who do we know in the community? Who do we need to connect with? Who do we need to see? Because you never know what's going to come out of that. Right? You never know, like right now, calling people, touching bases with people. Do not let your calendar have snow blindness in it. Do not. Meaning, I don't know who to call or what to do. Most of us are sitting back, not utilizing our time appropriately or not appropriately. I apologize. I don't like that word. Effectively, right? Would you say that? It's like, our busyness is keeping us from our business. Yes?